Hi guys, it's day 3 in Northern Ireland and today we're in the city of, well, Derry, Londonderry, Catholic, Protestant, doesn't matter. Protestants call it Londonderry, Catholics call it Derry, but a guy we met earlier on says it's kind of died down, so it doesn't really matter anymore, it's not that serious. But today, anyway, we are exploring different stuff such as the Derry's walls. And when you walk up the Derry's walls, you can see something very iconic in regards to British TV, Irish TV, depends what side you're on, but that's Derry Girls. Derry Girls are a very iconic show, especially back home in Scotland, and that's the mural to represent how popular it did get. The rain is pelting it down, so it's not that great now, but hopefully it goes off, because I can't be arsed with a wet camera. But by the way, shout out to the guy we met in the cafe, Ordraff or something, I think his name is. I'll get that, give me a minute. Ordran. He's told us so many places to go in Derry, Londonderry, to see, so we'll have a look at some of them that he said, and yeah, let's jump right into it. So guys, we've arrived at a sign called the Ferry QE Gate. It says it's one of the original 4 gates in Derry, and it led to the ferry which used to be across the Foyle, and the gateway was built in 1618, so nearly 400 years ago. And it once housed the city's jail, and it preluded in the 1690 battle of the shutting the face of the arrow of Atram's Red Shanks. So I think that's when King William came here, and that was when they done all that fighting, as earlier stated and a couple of days ago when we were walking up the Shankill Road and Falls Road, because that's what I was saying to the guy that we met. It's like over here it's a lot less thing with tension than it is back home in Scotland, because you can't, like, Rangers fans just can't stand green, and then it's the same for Celtic fans with blue and stuff like that. It's not as bitter as it is in Glasgow than over here, so I find that a bit strange. But we continue on, and we're going up the Derry's walls just now. It is slippy as fuck because somebody decided to turn the rain on the day, and it's not very fun. So yeah, I'll try and see if I can find any murals for you guys. We've kind of found the first mural, shall we say, and it's way down there. Don't know if you can see that. It says Londonderry, West Bank Loyalists still under siege, no surrender. I wonder what part of Derry that is. I think they call themselves Londonderry locals. Anyway, this wall is absolutely massive, and if you can see that over there, it's there's a bit of rain on the camera, but that's a brilliant view. This is literally the definition of being built on a hill. Can't believe it. It's such a good city. And yeah, every time I see something I'll put my camera back on, because I'm getting new to this, so yeah. So guys, on our journey up the Derry Wall, we have found a cathedral, St Colum's Cathedral. So I'm going to assume that this is the more of the predominantly Catholic side that's still thingies. Might not be, but here you go. It's open to visit. Anybody wanting to come to a church and a cathedral in Derry, sorry. It's open 9 to 5, Monday to Saturday. So there you go guys. Oh, here we go. The cathedral was built in 1633 by the City of London. It was one of the... Well, actually, Maybe no, it's a Catholic. It's a Protestant church, there you go. A cathedral, sorry. That's a whole mix up thing. But it was built by London, and it was built after the Protestant Reformation, and has been added significantly since. It's got a lot of history back, guys. And that's a picture from when it was first built. Stuff like this is why we come to places like Derry, Londonderry, because we get to see a lot of cool things. And one thing I found out about Derry City that I never knew, they play in the League of Ireland, not the League of Northern Ireland. They used to play 40 years ago. They used to play there, but they moved to the League of Ireland and they identify as Irish. So that's what you get over here. You get a bit of split. You get people who don't really care, and then you get the loyalists and the Republicans. This rain, by the way, is an absolute pain in the hole. But we're coming up to this wee bit, and I'm going to assume that there's a good view because they've got stairs. Well, we've got this that says Baston Church. Yeah, you've got a big gun like the Arsenal thing. That's the best example I could give. Over here, this rain is really getting the cameras away. It's got houses in that. Yep, it's houses. But it's a big wall. So we continue on, troop. So guys, yesterday we were in Belfast and we saw the Peace Wall. Well, over here we've got a similar kind of thing. I don't know which side's which, and I don't know where Derry Girls was filmed, but it's either up there or it's away up there. And it's where the troops filmed Derry Girls, one of the most iconic shows in recent history, I would say. It's like Scottish, it's like the Irish version of Still Game, that's where I put it. And yeah, I think we're at the tip of the Derry Wall, and now we go downwards. Downwards we go. Guys, we can obviously see all the things that this is pointing out, and that's there. So the famous Free Derry thing is right over there where my hand is, and we'll probably be going to go to see that, but I don't have much recollection of where the Battle of the Boyne was. Obviously it was quite near here, and I think it was on Derry's walls, so. But then you can see over there the Derry City's football stadium. A fifth time we will go, because we're only here till 6 o'clock and it's nearly 1, so 5 more hours to explore this city, and that beautiful city it is. So guys, the rain's finally stopped, and I'm about to cross this road. Give me 2 seconds, and we are now entering Free Derry. This sounds very iconic in regards to the fight and the troubles and all that. Very significant. And you've got a tri flag up there. But one thing I did see, show you in a second. There's a tour group here. This thing is, if I can recollect, this is Celtic had this is a tifo against Rangers one game, and it's one of the tifos you see all over the internet being one of the best tifos that a club's ever done, and it was in recent years it's a very iconic tifo. But I think this is where it's based off of. People just driving by, but I'll put the tifo that I'm talking about on the screen when I finally start editing. But this is, so we were away up there, and now we're away down here, and I'm going to go across the road and I'm going to show you more murals because this pit's quite cool for the murals. So guys, before we go over there and see some of the murals, this is a thingy dedicated to those who fought of British resistance. So we've got a couple of names, and then you've got a hunger strike, and then I think there's a song with Dr. Joe McDonnell. I don't know, because I don't listen to that kind of stuff, I'm not into that. But row of remembrance. And over here, I think I know what this is. Because obviously I've done my research before I came, but it's getting to know some stuff. This is, it's all in Irish. That's great. There's like a crash happening live on camera. It's just people who were on the hunger strike basically. And so you've got Andrew Sutherland, Tony Darkey, Sean McNally, Sean McNaughty, Michael Donohan, Frank Stagg, Martin Hudson, Kevin Lynch, Kieran Doherty, Thomas McCool and Michael Devon. So it's stuff like that. This is why we come to places like this, because it's a lot of history. And I'm pretty sure this is I think this is the Bloody Sunday mural. And yeah, it's people who died who fought for the IRA. So there you go. And then now we're going to go across the road and see what's happening. As we've crossed the road, I have found this very, maybe not iconic, but in Derry this is iconic for the civil rights, talking about maybe the Troubles and stuff like that. It's very, these paintings are very, the artists were very good, because to paint that is a work of art. And we've got, hopefully YouTube doesn't see this as a political thing, because I'm not taking a side to anybody here. But we've got two nations, one struggle. So this majority, you'll see a majority of Irish people supporting Palestine, because I guess it's kind of similar, but you don't know. But there's a big mural up there. That's Good Night Sisters. Nell McCafferty was a journalist, writer and broadcaster. She was born the daughter of Lily and Hugh McCafferty of 8 Beechwood Street in Derry, Bogside. She was a founding member of the Irish Liberal movement. She dedicated her life to fighting for equality and justice. Her vast body of work reflects the fierce intelligence, spark, wit and bravery, belief in injustice of life lived at the forefront of the battle. So there you go. That's quite interesting. So guys, as I'm walking around, I keep seeing that. I don't know if you can see it. It's IRA, the Irish Republican Army. So basically this is a very Republican dominated area, as you can see in the video. Across the road actually, you can see that mural. Quite artistic murals here. So yeah, I think that says victory to the IRA over there. This mural behind what I just showed you is the Innocent mural. This is very iconic in regards to Derry. And I'm going to call this part Derry because this is Derry. This is, nobody here calls it Londonderry, I can tell you that for sure. And this has got the names of some people who were innocent, I'm guessing, and maybe got arrested for stuff they don't do in their beliefs, the IRA's beliefs. They thought they were innocent. As I said, I don't really have an opinion on it, so there's even more murals here. This is in Irish, and this shows you "In my son's veins, flowered by blood of Irish rebels." So it's talking about the story of the rebels. And yeah, I think we're going to go to the opposite side, Londonderry now, and check that out. And by the way guys, if you're enjoying the videos, because I know we're on day 3 now, I don't know if I'm going to do this as a 3-part video, so part 1, day 1, all that kind of stuff, or I'm going to put it all into one video because it could be very long. But we're going to probably go and get something to eat, and I'm going to do TikToks and where I eat, and I'm going to not rate them, but I'm going to just give them a wee review basically on TikTok, because I think that's a good thing to do, show some of these places a goodwill, because everywhere here has been good. So we're going to go to, we'll get a bite to eat and then go to where they call it Londonderry, because I can tell you now, they do not call this Londonderry, they call this Derry. Well guys, after having a bite to eat and going to, well, Free Derry, kind of bit of part of Derry, Londonderry, well they call it Derry over there mainly. We have arrived at the iconic Derry Girls bit. We obviously went to the mural earlier on, and we are now at the famous iconic Hangout Bridge. I could walk up here, and this is where the first ever scene happened. I think it was when Michelle introduced James, and then Orla said, "What's that funny noise he's making?" And he's English, Orla, and then told him about the failed abortion. Sorry, it's quite funny. If you have never watched Derry Girls, you need to get a watch. You need to get a watch because it's so iconic to this city, and this is probably one of the most famous bits. I'm gonna make my way. I took a couple of photos for TikTok and all that, and just general life. And we're going to make our way up to the Peace Bridge and then go to the Loyalist Bank, which I've heard is hard to find. So there we go, and I'll meet yous there. Yeah, so. So guys, we are at the Peace Bridge. This was built ages ago, but it's quite a decent bridge. Obviously we're now going to go to the other side of the story, which is the Loyalist side. The people who call it Londonderry. Well, it's not as majority in each side as it used to be. It's quite mixed now, but let's walk on it, see our first reaction of walking on it. Oh my god, it feels like a bridge. Oh, look at that, look at that. That is banging. You've got that side of the foil, and you've got that side of the foil. There's a couple of Loyalist songs. There's one called Foil. Right guys, we've arrived at the Loyalist bit, as you can see. Yeah. the cubs are red, white and blue. We're going to try and find some murals because, well, I feel like it would be good to include in the video, because you've got a red, white and blue street pole here, which is crazy. I think there's a mural up there, but we'll see, because I think this is a residential place as well. But as you can see on the wall there, it says Londonderry. They call it Londonderry up here, and with the red, white and blue cubs, I've never seen anything like it, even going up the Shankill yesterday. But I'll go and see if there's any murals and I'll report back to you. So guys, we have found 2 murals, one over there, that's talking about I think that must be the brigade slash hall or whatever they're a part of. And you've got across the road with the red, white and blue cars. I can't believe I've not seen anything like that. And then you've got the Londonderry kind of British Legion, that's what they're called. Londonderry since 1936. That's quite, that's mental. And then got a mural across the road. What's this? And then we've got a mural here of the military history of this street. It's called Bond Street. It took ages to find this, by the way, because there's so many streets called under the similar thing here. So I think you'll find anybody who lives in this street will be a loyalist, or they'll hide if they're not, because it's crazy how much. I've never seen cubs painted, and I've never. You get the wee things up, like above me, like they're up there, the wee banners and that, and the Union Jack obviously. But here we have, I think this is one of the more famous murals. It's right there. It's in loving memory of Brigadier Cecil McKnight. So there you go. And then we've got the apprentice boy shutting the gates. 7th of December 1688. So that's when most of the fight actually went on here in 1690 and the 1680s as well. But I don't think there's any more murals up here. I'm trying to see. Let's have a look. I think we've got to the end of them. I think we have. Yeah, we've pretty much got to the end of them all, apart from that one over there. That's the last one with your Union Jack flying high. But anyway guys, I think that is the end of the video. So it will be split up. I probably think it will be split up because I don't know how much content I can actually get in one video, because I don't want a 40-minute video, because I think the retention would be quite low unless people are interested in this kind of stuff. But if you enjoyed the video, remember to subscribe. If you enjoyed this series of videos, remember to subscribe, leave a like, comment, share, all that kind of stuff. Go and follow my socials, Just Adam on TikTok. Instead of setting dates, I won. And thanks to the guy I met in the cafe, because he told me a couple of places to go in Derry and Londonderry, and I went to a couple of them. There'll be a lot more picture kind of stuff on my TikTok, which is doing quite well at the moment after the Shelburne game. A lot of Irish fans now, but anyway, hope you have a great day. Remember to enjoy life, and goodbye.